So then, speaking of half the battle, we get Malachi Black and Brody King in a tag team match without Buddy Matthews. They were referred to as the Kings of the Black Throne. So has the House of Black opened a subsidiary to where they're all in the House of Black, but these two are the Kings of the Black Throne, or are they just changing that whole gimmick?
I think they've done this before. When these two team up, that's their name. But they're still members of that. They honor the House of Black with their matches.
They honored us with their presence in the main event against FTR, with Private Party watching in the entranceway. Remember when FTR's entrances brought the house down? People heard the music and they popped and they stood up and they really cheered for these guys because they had great matches with the Briscoe brothers and with Gin and Juice, the best tag team match on television of modern times. And they just they were with Punk. They were outperforming everybody. He had something. And then that got botched like everything else. And now they wander out. And the entrance used to bring the house down, and this entrance brought the house down. And it had already flatlined to begin with.
It used to bring the house down. There used to be a house.
Well, yeah, there was something erect for you two. But nevertheless, so the winner of this match is going to face Private Party and the Outrunners and some other team that they're going to determine later on in a four-way at the pay-per-view to determine who gets a shot at the So, again, FTR, most talented in-ring wrestlers on the show. They've been booked into oblivion. And they were out there doing arm drags and having a wrestling match after the fans had seen 17 attempted murders and a couple of episodes of aggravated mayhem. And then they went to a break. Again, every facet of this program, it just something is off, from the fake walls to the booking to the talent to the... They went to break at 2 minutes until 10 o'clock. So when 10 o'clock came in and people theoretically would tune in for the next program and they have an overrun they try to get a bounce off of, the people that tuned in at 10 o'clock saw a commercial with a picture-in-picture box of some kind of random wrestling with no audio. They couldn't have gone to break 2 minutes earlier, 1 minute earlier? What? When we go over the ratings, let's see what 10 o'clock did. And then they came back and Malachi Black tagged Brody King, and Brody King made what looked like a comeback. And I'm thinking, who are the fucking heels here? And then Brody King is like they cloned every fat tattooed indie guy in the business, and he's doing all the same moves. And so finally, I fast forwarded about 5 minutes because at this, I couldn't take it anymore, this whole show. Finally, the finish was FTR Spike pile drove Malachi Black on the apron of the ring. But then Brody King dove through the ropes on both of them. He clotheslined Dax and got a 2 count. Clotheslined him again and got a 2 count. So then he just grabbed him in the sleeper and choked him out standing up. And I'm like, God damn it. Can the finishes get any worse? And then Malachi Black, the guy that had just been Spike pile driven on the apron of the ring, got up and walked into the ring to get his hand raised while the 2 guys who gave him the pile driver were laying there up flat of their fucking ass. And then, who I thought was the heels, pull FTR up to their feet and they all shake hands. And that was the end of the pro. So we saw mayhem and carnage for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then finally at the end of the thing, they just beat these guys as flat as you can beat anybody, and then kindly pull them up and shake their hands. What? I'm over the show, Brian. Wrap it up.
Hey, listen, it's a bad show, and this was quite the choice of finish here. I guess they want to get the Kings of the Black Throne over to that next level. that private party level. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, and FTR have lost all their luster. And it was predictable, but it happened. And, the tag team division remains what it has been.
But this show continues to travel down some kind of weird pathway to where everybody just gets to do their own. They're all making their own movie in their head. But instead of trying to convince people that they're mad at somebody and they're going to have a fight, they're all actors. They're all cinematographers. They're all directors. They're all performers and artistes and
with a friendly financier. A friendly financier.
A friendly financier. And I mean, it's dreck. There's nobody to stop them and say, what the fuck are you people doing over here? And again, all of the people that say, well, they're all jealous because they're making so much money because Uncle Dave says they're going to make $250 million. I'm not saying they're not getting paid for this show. I'm saying the show is not any fucking good. And it's going to get worse if they don't do something.
Yeah, and the last thing you want is the story to become, wow, they got all this money for that deal, and the ratings keep going down. There's no audience.
McDonald's is worth $40 billion, and they make a fucking fortune. Go try to eat one of their chicken nuggets. Is it any good? Fuck no.
You don't like Chicken McNuggets?
Not anymore. I don't. All of the fast food places have gone to hell, but you finding a good McDonald's is like trying to find fucking good booking in the middle of AEW Dynamite. They're few and far between these days. It depends on your individual franchisee and who they hire as the manager. Because there's a wide range. As a matter of fact, do you know where the best Wendy's restaurant in the United States of America used to be located?
Somewhere in Kentucky. Let me guess.
Middlesboro, Kentucky.
I never would have guessed.
Right on Highway 23 as you're going from Tennessee across the Kentucky state line is on the left-hand side, and I would starve myself until I could get there if I knew I was going past that. It was the best Wendy's, the most efficient drive-through, the hottest food, the most incredible service. Everything was perfect. Middlesboro, and think how many Wendy's I've been to all across the country.
What was it? What was the intangible or intangibles that made it?
I think that they found a manager there at that location that decided he was going to be the next Dave Thomas, and he just went the extra mile. And and when Wendy's, this was 1992, 3, 4, 5, that era, when they just had regular plain buns, this place had the big puffy bakery buns that held all of the triple cheese goodness in even better, so you could eat it in the car easier.
Triple cheese.
And they were always toasted just right. Triple cheese, extra cheese, mayonnaise, pickle, onion, large fry, and a big old Sprite right there in Middlesboro. That would get you on to the...
How far is that from you?
It was to go, well, I went there a lot because that was the route to go to either Pikeville or Paintsville or all of those towns in eastern Kentucky. It was about 2 hours to get up there, but you were going through there all the time.
So you haven't been there in a long time. You don't know if it's still the...
Oh, I'm sure it's gone to complete shit now.
The pride of the Wendy's chain.
Yeah, no, because, well, and unless they've completely flouted all tradition and all instructions from the corporate office and not done these horrible fucking non-smashed burgers now and changed the pickles and changed everything about and the horrible French fries. If they've gone against all of that and just did what they were doing 30 years ago, they'd be fine, but I'm sure they haven't. Now you had to get me in a bad mood.
You know, that Buddy Matthews looks like Wendy.
What?
No? Red hair?
No.
All right. Well, I guess it's time. We can't delay it any longer.
Did anybody watch this off-brand AEW program that was insulting to our eyes and ears that was held on November 13th?
We're going to talk about the ratings, but we mentioned it earlier. In the middle of the show, you may have felt the urge to go to bed. It's a long show. It's a long 2 hours. It's one of those very long 2-hour shows.
It's long. You can grow a beard
You can
in
grow
the
a
time
beard.
it takes to watch this thing.
Hey, if you went to bed around the 9 o'clock hour, let's say you woke up from your nap around 10, you may say, hey, I need a shave. I need to look fresh for the night.
Fresh for the night? Well, you're fresh for the morning and get a jump on it. Folks, there's never anything wrong with being prepared. Maybe at some point somebody's going to be screaming at you first thing in the morning and roust you out of bed and tell you to get to fucking work and you're not going to have time to shave. So take care of it the night before. But I'll tell you what you can do now that Harry's, it's the holiday season, and our friends over at Harry's that we've been talking about so lovingly that produce the fine quality shaving equipment and shaving supplies and shaving experiences all the way around, they don't just have the trial set on sale at a ridiculously low price now. They have a gift set. And it's for the holidays, but it's for you or anybody that you like. Let's say you're a man. Let's just pretend that, Brian. You're a man. And you want to shave your face. And you don't want to shave your face with one of these cheap plastic disposable things that the blades pull every whisker out individually to your everlasting dismay and scarf up your face and you get the road rash and you look like you got the heartbreak of psoriasis all over your face. That's using cheap stuff. Now, cheap and inexpensive are two different things because Harry's is inexpensive, but it ain't cheap, baby. Because they've got German-engineered blades made in Harry's own factory. He installed it in his basement. He's down there every morning. They stay sharp longer for a smooth shave every time, and the ergonomically designed razor handle that is also weighted. So, Brian, you get exercise while you're shaving. Every time you're shaving with that 17-pound weighted razor handle, you're doing curls. Just make sure that you shave equally with your left arm and your right arm, or elsewise you'll look like Quagmire after he discovered internet porn.
Well, if you were a man, you'd be working out like a man.
Well, you can work out like a man while smelling like a woman. And that's another thing that Harry's has. That was an old commercial for a deodorant. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. But Harry's has richly lathering, skin-softening body wash and scents like redwood, wildlands, and stone. And also old farm field and dead goat carcass.
No, why would anyone even want that? No.
Well, yes, it comes with the farm. Boy, they've got extra strength, high quality, amazing smelling deodorant that's very inexpensive as well. But basically, if you're a woman that wants to make sure that the man in your life doesn't have all this swamp foliage all over his face where every time he eats chicken noodle soup, there's bits of carrot falling out for 3 or 4 days out of his hair strainer. You want to get that shit right down to the bone there and make it nice and slick so he can go boom down there. Or if you're a man that wants to give a gift.
Yeah, what? Keep going.
Give a gift for yourself or anyone else. Give the gift of a smooth face. Harry's has a holiday. What?
No, keep going.
Well, some people like to have a smooth face on their significant other.
Oh, you know what that means? Harry wants you to get to the point.
Yes, get to the point. Harry's has a holiday craft set. It includes one of the craft handles, the ergonomically designed handles, 2 extra blades, your choice of foaming shave gel or shave cream, a travel blade cover, and you don't have to gift wrap it because the set comes in a rich, sleek green gift box that will stand out. People be walking down the street saying, "What's that big green thing?" And you can personalize the razor with the available engraving options. I chose them to engrave one of those, well, the gargoyles that you see on those Victorian buildings. They engraved one of them on my blade handle, but you can get whatever you want engraved. There's a variety of available options. Yeah. And it's 100% money-back guarantee. And if you order by December 12th, you're going to get your holiday craft set by Christmas, which is what we're all hoping for. So you can do it and get 50% off, half price. Again, the craft set, the custom green gift box, and the free handle engraving. And maybe it's you want a nude woman, they'll carve it right in there. Harrys.com/JCE. Harrys.com/JCE. 50% off Harry's holiday craft set in the green box. And it's a pleasing green. Did you get your green box yet?
I have not received my green box from Harry's yet, no.
Well, you better fucking call before December 12th. You're not going to get it before Christmas.
Well, I will do that. That's Harry's. One more time. What is that promo code? What is that website address? Hello, lady. Hello. What are we talking about here?
Well, Jim? We're talking about getting your shit shaved off by Harrys.com/JCE. 50% off the holiday craft set containing the razor, the handle, the heads, the blades, the shave gel, the shave cream. Might be some whipped cream in there also. Might curdle on the way to you. And also the engraving. You got that going for you. But do not leave this razor where you commit a crime with it. If you cut somebody's throat with it, don't leave it laying around.
Do not love this. We're at the end of the goddamn spot. Why do you have to take it too far? You're not going to go too far. You're going to go right to the line with Harry's.
Your initials are on it, so you're leaving evidence. So don't leave this laying around if you commit a crime.
This is not a flick knife, but once again, harrys.com/JCE / your way through.
Slash your way through life. Harry!